He has earned his engineering degree from IIT Kanpur and management degree from IIM Bangalore. He has 25 years of successful experience creating value in fields of diverse as the alcoholic beverages, industry, food and commodities, personal care, lifestyle industries and education. He has conceptualized, launched and nurtured over 50 products which enrich the lives of Indian consumers every day. Mr. Srivastava's association with print and broadcast media is also notable. His guidance as a successful trainer and academician for India's finest management institutes is also remarkable. He was a president of Raymond Group, J.K. Helen Curtis Limited and Perfumova International Limited, which is a company introducing international lifestyle brands in India. His contributions have been organized with the awards including Marketeer of the Year Gold Award in 1995, Indira Super Achiever Award in 2004, Best Professor Award by SP Jain Center Management Dubai, Singapore and Sydney in 2010. Currently, he is serving as a professor at SP Jain School of Global Management Dubai, Singapore and Sydney. He is adjunct faculty at the IIM Indore and independent director with the Dalal Street Investment Journal. I invite you, sir, on dais to share a golden words with the students.
Dignitaries on the dais, let me start off by mentioning Lieutenant Colonel D.K. Sharma, Dr. H.M. Patel, Professor Pavan Pandit, Shri Amit Doshi, Shri Mukesh Patel and Dr. Nirja Arun, members of the faculty. As Amit mentioned, I have a phobia of standing behind anything and therefore I told Pavan that I would rather stand with nothing coming between me and you, and I have that privilege accorded. Pavan, thank you very much. Friends, let me just tell you one word: congratulations. This is a day that each one of you will remember years later, decades later. I had the privilege of graduating out much like each one of you 28 years back. But today, when I look back on those 28 years, I look back on that day of graduation with pride. And on those 28 years, my professional career, I look back with pride. And what I would want to share, much like Amit, is the lessons that I learned during these 25 years of my corporate work experience, which I think if I share with you and if you keep in mind, along with the 7 principles, 6 principles that Amit has shared, I'm sure our life, your life is going to be much more happier, much more fruitful, much more successful. So let me start off by sharing a few stories from my life. The first story relates to the year 2000. I was the marketing head of a company, and being a marketing head, we sponsored the West Indies India cricket match. Much like Australia has come, in the year 2000 West Indies had come. Because I sponsored it as the marketing head and I wrote the check, me and my family got this opportunity to sit in the players pavilion in Wankhede Stadium. So we went there very proudly. Day 1, West Indies had to bat and they batted for 1.5 days. The second day after lunch was the time when we had to go out and bat. I told my son, who was that time 7 years old, his name is Kautuk, I said, Kautuk, let's go and see how Indian batsmen go out to start their innings. When we went down to see, we saw a sight which amazed me. There were 3 people who were going out to open for India. I had my salesperson with me and I asked him, has the rules changed in cricket? Do 3 people go out to open? So the salesperson said, no sir, I don't think 3 people, but let me get somebody who can explain this to you. Within 4 or 5 minutes, a person from BCCI came and I asked him. But before he could come and I could ask him, what I saw was that 2 batsmen went out to open and the 3rd batsman was sitting We were standing here, he was sitting right in front of the pitch without going into the pitch, sitting on a mudda. He was wearing a helmet, he had a bat next to him. So I asked this BCCI person, who is this person sitting down? So he looked at me as if I was mad, and he said, you don't know who that person is? I said, no. He said, that person is Sachin Tendulkar. So I said, what is Sachin doing sitting there? Because in the year 2000, Sachin used to bat at number 4, not at number 3. So this BCCI person said, this Sachin is sitting there not for anything but to acclimatize himself so that when he goes out to bat at number 4, he is well prepared to face the bowlers. What's the lesson for us? The lesson is very, very simple. Don't take your success for granted. No matter how successful you are, every single day, every single moment, every single second, work hard first to get your success and make sure to preserve it with one word added by Amit, with a lot of humility accompanying that success.